Hello and welcome to a Doctor Who action figure review, and today I'm going to be talking about the Ninth Doctor collector figure set. I was so excited to be able to find this in B&M. For me, this is one of the sets I really wanted to pick up because Series 1, the Ninth Doctor era, it's just fantastic. Excuse the pun. It is, it's just amazing. The series, for me, kick-started my love for Doctor Who and the action figure collection in general. My very first figure was the original Rose and the Ninth Doctor back in 2005, 2006. So this set for me was a real sort of stamp of nostalgia. So it was very exciting to find these on the shelf again all these years later. And with updates, which is even better. So we have the standard package in here with the Doctor Who, the older Doctor Who logo now in the corner. Of course, it's recently been updated. Ninth Doctor collector figure set, limited edition. These figures really are limited edition. Once they're sold out, they are sold out. They fly off the shelves, so get to your local B&Ms and track these down as soon as you can. They're in the 5.5 inch 14cm scale collector series by the wonderful, amazing Character Options. Okay, on the back we have some information about the figures and some information about the characters and Series 1 in general. You can pause and read this if you like. It's amazing, a lovely snapshot there of Series 1 and the relationship between the Ninth Doctor and Rose, which was lovely to see. On the side we have the TARDIS and the Doctor Who logo again. Doctor Who logo on the top. And we have a badge on the side telling us what the figures are inside, and a lovely clear window showing off those amazing, beautiful figures of this 3-pack. Well, let's get them open and find out what's new. Okay, here we are. Let's start with Rose Tyler. Now, this figure on lots of the forums and online has been given a little bit of hate over the years because of her static pose. She is very limited in her articulation compared to some of the more updated figures we have had over the years. However, I think there's something quite charming about this figure. The way that she's in this position, it's very model-esque. It isn't supposed to be, at the time when this was made, it was going to be a statue. It was originally going to be released in a fixed position. So for us to be able to move the elbows and move the legs a little bit is something, especially at the time when this was released originally back in 2005, 2006. I think the new update is wonderful. We have grey sleeves and we have red on the front, a brand new face paint, looking a lot more like Billie Piper. The hair colour is toned down to more of a natural blonde, which I think looks fantastic. We have trousers which are more like a jeans effect with a slight wash over them, white trainers, and it's a very good signature look for Billie Piper and for Rose Tyler during Series 1. And it's refreshing to get this figure that isn't just the pink hoodie that we've had time and time again. So a great reimagine of the existing sculpt. Now this figure outfit is actually taken from the last few moments of World War III, and also Rose wears the jacket again at the very beginning scene of Dalek. So it isn't the end of the world jacket. Some people thought it was the one that she wears throughout most of Rose and throughout most of the end of the world. It's quite similar to that, but it's not. If you go back and watch the episode, this is actually when she's saying goodbye to Mickey and goodbye to Jackie, and she's setting off on her TARDIS travels, and she says to the Doctor, "I'm signing up now and you're stuck with me." It's that scene. So refreshing and brilliant. I'm really happy and really excited to get a fresh new Rose. Okay, possibly, let's hope one day that we get her with some new arms and some new legs so that we can keep her updated with the rest of the collection. But for now, this was a really good take on an existing figure. So thank you, Character Options. Okay. And actually what I will do is I will compare the Rose to the original Rose while I'm here. So the original Rose was released in a pink hoodie. She has, I think she's looking amazing. This one was released back in B&M in 2017, I believe. And previously to that, it was released with a canine and then 2 spiders back in the day. She has more of a blue on her trousers. The trousers are very similar to each other, really. And we have a face painted there. She has a little bit more prominent eyebrows than the other Rose figure. But both are fantastic. And of course, this is the archetypal Series 1 Rose with the pink hoodie and the one everybody knows. So it is lovely and refreshing to have this new Rose. Previously to that, we did have the Battle Pack Rose, which is here. Now, this Battle Pack Rose was released with bright yellow hair, quite heavy eye makeup, and a heavy paint application, and quite glossy and shiny in its plastic. We've come a long way since this Rose figure, but it is still very cool to see the differences between these roses. So we have, here we are, it's like a bunch of roses. Three roses here. So here we go. So yeah, great. I'm a huge Billy Piper fan and a big Rose Tyler fan, so I've been collecting all the Rose Tyler figures throughout the years. So here we are. Here is a bunch of roses. Okay, next up is the Ninth Doctor Hologram. Now he is a figure that everybody's been wanting for a very long time, because previous to this B&M set, a prototype was released of the holographic Ninth Doctor, and he was in his static disco dancing pose. So to hear that we were going to get a Ninth Doctor hologram is amazing, and he looks fantastic. He uses the original sculpt of the Ninth Doctor that was released in 2007. He has the lines going through him to give him that effect of the hologram, the TARDIS Emergency Programme 1 hologram. It's one of the most iconic scenes in Series 1, and it's just amazing to finally get this as an action figure. After all these years, it's an absolute welcome addition to the collection, and I just think it's amazing. I love that you can still see the details in his face. Hopefully the camera's picking that up there, and you can see it's just brilliant. And I did try this with a little light underneath him, one of those little push lights that you can get, also in B&M. You can press that and have him step on it and press it, and it illuminates him brilliantly. So there's a good tip there if you want him to stand out even more on your shelf. There we are. So yep, a real standout in the set. One of the best ones of the three, I would say. The Ninth Doctor hologram. Okay, next up we have the Ninth Doctor updated. Now he has an updated paint application, an updated head, and an updated jacket. I think he is incredible. I think the likeness is absolutely incredible. I love him. He is my favourite Doctor. I love what they've done with him. It's an updated paint job. The jacket is more of a brown with kind of like some rusty colours going through it, which I think looks really effective and screen accurate. The jumper underneath is like a purple, bluey, purpley kind of shade, which looks lovely. The jacket is much softer to touch, and it has a real brilliant leather effect. This is the original Ninth Doctor, released back in 2007. I think that jacket has a real leather texture, which I really like, which I think this one hasn't quite got, but the new one has got the colour, a real lovely colour there. That's the two compared. Lots of people were wondering why we had this one released because it has bluer jeans. Now, to me, these don't actually look that blue, and I know the camera may not be picking it up as well, but in real life, the trousers are very dark. They don't look as blue as some of the promotional photographs. So he really isn't too different from what you see on screen. And I believe the scene was taken from a comic book or from a scene where Christopher Eccleston battles a dustbin Dalek on Blue Peter. So it's very brilliant if they did go for something a bit different. But yeah, the trousers aren't that dark, aren't that light, sorry. They are quite a dark blue. They're quite a navy. So don't let that put you off if you're thinking, oh, I don't want a Ninth Doctor with blue jeans on, because, whoops, dominoes. Yeah, don't let that put you off if you're thinking he's going to have very blue jeans, because they're not that blue. They look okay. They look great. And the face is amazing. I love what they've done with the face. It's updated. It looks like Christopher Eccleston. It's got a real charming look to it. I also love that he's smiling and he's happier, because it shows the Doctor as he progressed through series 1 and he became a lot happier in the company of Rose and the friends he made. So I just love this. I think it's absolutely beautiful. A welcome addition to the Doctor Who figure collection. Thank you, Character Options. And articulation wise as well, we have, so he has the 360 at the shoulders, his elbows swivel, his hands swivel as well, his head can turn, which is wonderful, his legs, he can kick. He's a proper action figure, which is amazing. He's got brilliant articulation as well. Fantastic. Literally fantastic. Here is a holographic Ninth Doctor that I actually made myself a few years ago, just using spray paint really. So this was the standard Ninth Doctor released back in 2007, and then I just spray painted him blue and silver to give him that holographic look. So now that I've got the official one, which is a million times better than the one I made, but it's still cool that I made that back in the day. But so I'm very happy that we have him now. But it is always cool to do a custom. While I'm here, I will just show you my Rose that I made from the End of the World. So using the Series 1 Rose figure sculpt, you can actually give it some updated paint applications. So I've given it an End of the World look here with the burgundy jacket and the grey lines through it and some jeans. I enjoyed making this figure back in the day. So there we are. So you can use the existing Rose to give you a few different options here. So here's Rose from the End of the World. This Rose, which I made with a grey hoodie and blue jeans, and she's based on the Christmas invasion. So I've taken this Rose to be based on that story. I really am a big Rose Tyler fan, in case you haven't noticed. And here we have Rose, the original Series 1 Rose, where I've painted her red with the white t-shirt and the black trousers to give her that look from the Parting of the Ways. And I've also put a little bit of gold on her as well to show that she could be the Time Vortex Rose. So there's lots of potential for that Series 1 Rose, really. If Character wanted to use these paint applications in the future, or give us an updated Rose one day, that would be greatly, greatly appreciated. So thank you very much for listening to my review and just my thoughts really on the Doctor Who figures. I think this set is wonderful. It's out now in B&M. So yeah, a wonderful, wonderful set for any Doctor Who collection. So yeah, thank you very much for listening. Take care and have a good day. Bye.